envisioning a world full of love and peace.
Not me.
Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats.
Why is this off?
But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats.
Not meant to be tested, dumbass.
But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect us, homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Spola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed out children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system, irrigation, and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released represent with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem, bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
I'm gonna start wearing you every day.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive. Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just light out. Blue sky behind ground, my crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Heavy tied down like even sheep building. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, the cause my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibration from the gut of my pelvic. The bust off of some ices and velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for remarks, you velvet. Body you not for Mars, you're a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set status. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scam. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as your goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, while I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the case, face off. After the shape, the state, use a fate, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetrical apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the pastor. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas that know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people, old people too. Mostly black people, I'm talking to you.
So, y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the shine spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying that ops. From the skybox, I got scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some real ones. Some of our folks are still dumb. Deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, placate or rage. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debate was about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. It's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech. Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance. From conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence. Tyrants of fire. Trying and giants who hide. I'm trying defiant. And environs of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push out the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. We're foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac. Whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Akichiwa. Signs and symbols are for the conscious minds, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. had a vision to pass, not yet a circulus round. Created successful reality from a virtual now. How? Stand on my square cause they usurp your power. Them saying little sneaky breezies that'll hurt you. They smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bras but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kittens while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw badges circle around me to keep me from harm. The law fat checks, earth sleep will peep me, I'm calm. Water fire air, earth turn me from that peace to a bomb. Blow the drink to split the rings, the plane, the sentiments. I've encompassed my inner demons. 490-degree angles guarded by angel of shining elite angels. Thank you, and I of course am the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well at least I'm flying plain view. I am my circle, how I govern four corners. Wise as a serpent for certain amongst foreigners. Out of state, out of place in the space they storing us. Learning firsthand of what fate was forewarned of us. How we call and bro, spit flow, short man, fly in the shell at Southampton, kept slow. Stay high, years later, he's the same degree, just gain density. Gave my synopsis, he's hostage. I prayed I could say I behave by locals. I've raised my moral ground, way how my character stay fly, the conduct squared up. Self-esteem, the day sky, new God on what the world's been waiting for. The days not. May I and I don't abide by the same ethics. Fame, respect, you obtain the credit for keeping the uplift erect, but with strange essence. But the epic of my name will reign and remain epic. Circumscribe my passions, my squares, my lift. Ask, is it worth the ride? Yeah, it's rare, I spit, but the beach churchified, so I bear my shit. It hurt, I cried, this kitten that it tried to eclipse my soul, bounce back from it. Announce it, I'm done with being the sacrificial lamb. The jungle, I run it, thus the lion conquereth over this numbness. Made a conscious shift, even in darkness, the sun lit on you, false lights. Don't have to be gold to glitter. Actors look the part, but just for show. Go figure, you dig, pounding you baboon or gorilla. I'm built like a silverback with hella track, no illa max than me. Masturbate her back, originally pretty. Take the mask off, 360 on my square. See the circle, if not your mask off. You pormish, dash or salt. Your dialogues, trash talk, your past lost. Leave a footprints in the asphalt. You've an outline correction, last fall. A blast off, I crash off to the next zest of living. Sacredly sex some whose ass off. When she walked that ass off, I talk back to it like who makes your Yanni sing. Her response, she dons me king. To Rudy gave me the script, my ops the prescription. This is my vision's description. Listen, I'm standing on my circle, it's me. I absorb your hate and make it work for me. Transform into fuel as I evolve. Advance is abnormal, dormant from and leave y'all. Right where y'all started at. Let me impart a fact. She'll be sitting in my ship as we chart the map. Thinking in destiny, the turtle and the hare. Acknowledge me as the circle and the square. This is for my autonomous people. My sights on the prize lies right in front of my eyes. Success, longevity, good health, all my guys no longer flirt with death. Despite her thick thighs, long hair and promiscuous ways trick you guys. The results, lives are lost. Jesus wept, mama cries. I surmise the most high rises as the drama dies. To my surprise, I analyze the wise. Never argue with you fools. Schools of thought I graduated from, plus use a few tools. Use are utilized as well. I do why you who tries fail. I change the game, not he who buys sells yet. Things are still the same, he who flies sail the ship of destiny. Or of rocks where skies are held wet. Or in a pot of poverty. Arguably, not probably, nor possibly. Miguel adore her heart and bother G. No Maury, so no question of who the father be. I son, all you motherfuckers thinking you as hard as me. Cross country, familiar lanes and foreign lands. Marks claim they gang, but not for our stolen lands. While they steadily back doing things. I'ma milk this train like a boat of golden crayons. I've come a long way from 92nd and X's. Wolf brand chili.
Not the same like we used to make, but good enough.
Cold to hot the temperature. Check it.
Y'all gonna want to be here for this one. I hope.
The lessons learned are the ones that are best lived. Life's precious. She's quite majestic. Kiss her wet lips. Inspect the guest list for the extra with the death wish. Embrace the envious with a hug of love's the message. Such a fetish. Though there's no church in the wild, I still came through fresh with a burst of style. Swag surfing. The game ain't been hurt in a while for you boosters out there. There's much merch in the owl. Push the dirt in the pile, Joe. It's time to sweep up. No falling back. I'm moving forward, trying to keep up. I'm shining steady turning my life light and heat up. A closed mouth don't get fed, you starving then speak up. Cross country, familiar lanes and foreign lands. Mars claim they gang, but not for our stolen lands. While they steadily back doing their own mash. I'ma milk this drink like a bowl of golden grams. Shoot for my engines.
All you damn ninjas out there.
It's feathers up. Konnichiwa.
All truth is universal. It's some things that are universal. Honor your mother and father. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Tell the truth, shame the devil.
This rhythm is quite refreshing. With that being said, permit me to breathe on y'all for a second. Check it out. No need to look afar. Nook Asar, you agreed to put a scar on the foot of God. Wisdom of Tahotep from the book of Ra heals all wounds even after you took Ahmad. All praise is due, 21 gun salute. Lick shots at you whack rappers. I smack actors, I track trappers down, place the crown upon my head, spread my upshare amongst the dead backpackers. Bring the royal back to life, back to reality. It's all about reality, not about a salary. For the love of this light, naturally, Mesoamerica with legions with bows and arrows be narrowly, barely escape sex grass. So carefully I trace my steps and ask Cherise to marry me through grace. She accepts at last. This is why white Jesus wept at last. Unsparingly erase every bit of your history, similar to what you did to me. Couldn't get rid of me. You're a kid to me. My forebears swore theirs were raw for years. I spit keeper the gas. Fast forward, I'm the last poet, last priest, the last airbender to smash beats. Let us all hell niggas, nug on netta, the living word. Y'all just some dead letters, whether Anunnaki or Anasazi. The first Americans were not Africans, nor Nazi, Norsemen, Vikings, or some redskin tribesmen. Scientific proof, archaeology. So cosmologically, Caucasians lied about documented evidence with rocks cry out, white out from the top of Mount Sinai. I shout the land of our ancient commanding gods. Light south, my route from South America. We dare to sail back across the Atlantic through West Africa.
My route from South America.
Under the 29th Perla to Moreau.
Real history, real truth.
Scared to tell, don't panic. I'm not here to.
He was locked up for 25 years, and y'all don't know that? Because some of us always knew our history.
Scholars detoured from off the seashore to flee war just to be more. The rule of God is not for the dishonest man. Why does the sun stand still above a promised land?
Not for the dishonest man.
There's plenty carnage, and then that whole day you have to pay homage. I am a descendant of the Amaru, Peru, pyramid of the sun, Ani, Tahoe, Huru, assist the double staircase, balance of the two lands. Not if I can't do it, then tell me who can.
Woo!
The vital forces that make up creation. Fire represents directed will, energy radiating out from the center, and action.
If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are merely existing at best or worse. You are on the path to death. I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your the I am, the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life. Cops usually watching, scavengers plotting, communities locked in. Due to a cell phone, a sales home for males grown, not used to a jail zone. To escape hell, it'll be you do a tell on impunity shopping. As if immunity's a bargain or everlasting cash gift card with past live. Old school Ruzi's rocking. His labs just speed up the clock. Peace loving. Unity is forgotten. I recall vivid. Draw y'all to know truth. Yo, you must live it. Life you can't trick it. End up stiff or rigid. As a boy, and some more from some kids biscuit. Instead of playing by principle, you play with it. Try to outsling it, but that chick's wicked. That's why I walk upright as the Kamo did. And like a snake on his belly. The time of who slid you there. If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are merely existing at best or worse. You are on the path to death, I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your that I am the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life. Now as role play, become the substitute for realness. For loud noise, they replace soundproof for stillness. My medicine, having shit deep into the illness of materialism. You must possess just to feel blessed. I guess it's sex, express sex, murder, and drugs. So of course you're judged as the European does with a smudge remark. You not as dark as fudge. Thus the weight of the world for shoulders. I'm doing shrugs cause it's bodybuilder. Also Carter, your healer, pumps life for people despite the evil party killer. CPR's needed, it's like the heart's iller. Cause you bought with a bounce, don't make you heart or rilla. You bombard the clubs, don't make you a car dealer. King Kong made a mockery of Godzilla. You are not sure at the glow who you are till it take off the disguise mark, the master scar for real. If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are religious snack, that's or worse. You are on the path to death. I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your that I am the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life. It's time for love, what's with the hate? Young lady, a video, girl's not your fate. Cultivate your talent, cause it's God-given. Status of society makes it hard living. You out of gas like a car driven. Till the tank is on E, we stars hitting behind a bar prison. Yo, pseudo-power for me, too sour for me. In my mind's eye, I visualize our story as it should be. A tower of glory or a glowing loft. I chose to adore, they say I'm going soft. Exemplify fly, they say I'm showing off. What they meant was I'm the chosen boss. Crackheads cast stones, don't feast porn saw. I opt to not respond instead of going off. And spray iron like sun do, I stay shining like the sun do. In the daytime right in front of you, why they wanna like the young dude is fine. Make the mistake, think I'm too comfortable or too humble. Cross the fine line and I'ma hunt you. Divine law run you down and punish you with swift justice and be done with you a 1-2. And I don't stop, I'm gonna keep on rocking to the knock of my aunt. So if you forgot the code of a go-getter for the opportunity, yo, I won't stop. If you're not living as a divine being, then you are not living at all. I assess you are religious and at best or worse. You are on the path to death. I suggest you reflect, restore, and resurrect your that I am the way, the truth, and the light. Thus you become the master of your own destiny. This is what is meant to have a life.
We have earth, physical, the force that holds the atoms together, the force that holds the atoms together very clearly. Earth
Put you back,
represents
man. I'm just gonna do it
application, and Earth also represents consolidation. Let's deal with the air principle. Air represents intellect. Air represents the energy that shapes the pattern.
Because you got a lot to learn, boy.
And air also represents communication. Last of the four cardinal elements.
But you got a lot to learn, bro.
Water represents soul. Water represents emotions. Water represents the power of the unconscious mind. The power of the unconscious mind. Water represents connecting to the source. Water also represents reception. Fire is represented by three of the zodiac houses, those being Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Earth represents Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Water represents Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Air represents Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius.
Gemini. Air. Contradict himself, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I done lost a lot of weight. My new one.
This for my aunt, baby. The elder roaster.
Oh, wow. Man, my bow goes 34. 33 or 34 from a 42. Wow.
Babalawo indoctrinated with the art of divination, power of Olalumari and Arun Mila through initiation. The ether system, ancestors spoke, said this my proper station. Words and manifestation that speak truth, my proclamation. Came to earth with my calabash. destiny in handle. I had a blast with the bags, cash in my past life. New hourglass, time to flabbergast. Master the graph, subtract trash at forces in motion. On this path to determine future evolution. After I cast, add the math. Sound of my name in the ground and tremble my glory. Great astounds the simple souls that relate. Profound and nimble, sacred estate, royal crown and splendor. Move from body to ether. I carry the Asha of Ifa. Unlike you proud deceivers. No
I got me some sourdough bread, y'all. I'm sorry. I like my sourdough, bro. I love my sourdough. It ain't got no soy, no grains. Sourdough, man. I got to have my sourdough.
Preparation, foreplay, divination is the doorway to a transformational process. Regardless of garbage, before day my light so bright it ignites the night. Shadow work I fight right over my parasites.
Hey, Ganja, if you're in there, I'm gonna need the knife sharpener, bro. I can't find my ceramic one, bro.
Back down, I'm grateful to ask you who would test you next. Rescue you from an oppressive, hateful cesspool. Once a sworn and I'm born divine. Spiraling fire adorns my spine. Oh, do for those who won't restore corn and do not adore the swine. Perceptive, the tactical, temper, respected, or unturned stone. No detail, neglected. Cherish the day, the moon in the sky. Oracle of the Orish's perspective. I did this in heaven religiously. Divinity your written history. Put in remission your misery. No chicken feet, father of mystery. Let this spoken at last the one. Fast as I spit the task is done. Come to pass the drum out last the gun.
He's on his walk.
I'm the dazzling sun.
In my music, and in a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, made no surrender. It's time for a change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a coca flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. Suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protected service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Or kneels too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe a TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red of my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' raid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in the, every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
My brother's ToLU'S and Omac. How's it going, everybody? That's when you want to release your Kundalini, it takes a lot of breathing. By the narrative, what people believe Kundalini is, that is so marginally small in the existence of things. But you have to start somewhere, and then when you get to a certain place, you start to realize and see things totally different. So the biological weaponization has went into the air, and there's a lot of people are now sick. It has nothing to do with season changes right now. You know, it's a different season to what you think it is. All right, based on what is the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth, it doesn't matter. So there's a lot of people have come down, and people are pointing to the fires. That has nothing to do. That's another part of the illusion of whatever they burn, and the idiots who they brought here to allow them to do that. It is well known that a lot of terrorists are here. They're being supported and backed by the CIA, which is the Mossad and the MI and all the one and the same. But those who have, not all, but those who have colluded in that party of possession of things, and you can see it. It's firsthand. There's a lot of underground stuff you know nothing about. And I'm not here to go into that because then that would distract you from being able to ascend. Do y'all know what ascend means now? Not the definition of what I read you and what you've looked at. Do y'all know what it means? Literally. Do you know when they say going back to the Father? Anyway, do y'all know what that really, it's like saying Osiris and Kemet in Egypt. Well, Osiris is the iris, the windows to the pineal, right? And we talked about Jacob, right? Why is that people go ahead and they allow themselves to be influenced by sources outside of them who are living, if not the same or just as bad? And don't let fiat be the marginalized line to say, okay, look, I was looking at Newark, New Jersey, right? With Master P over there. A lot of y'all know he went to school, Velsberg, I think. And you know, a lot of us are from that way. Louisiana, South, North Carolina's all that, right? Louisiana was bigger than what you think now. It went all the way up to friggin' Utah, well, close to Utah. Louisiana was big. There was no Mexico. Not dismissing my Mexican brothers, but that history's made up, all right? So you can accept it or you don't. I don't really care, okay? And I'm looking at these Negroes in Newark running around. The star fever, like, you dismiss yourself to acclimate to something that has nothing to do with you elevating, to ascend, to be in a better position of place, smiling, walking with the big, chemically saturated bellies, you know what I mean? And then the skinny ones who don't eat pork, but hell, they take vitamins and everything else made from the gelatin and the cellular of the pork, because unless they gotten wise and they're getting vegan ones, because you got a lot of people in Jamaica up there. So, I went for my grandmother when I went up to the chef for her and cooked for her and got her walking again. That's how good the cooking, depending on what you like to eat, and making old things like tomato and corn I grew and okra soup, which is so beneficial and the reason why a lot of our people weren't diabetics. But when I was doing that, I would always read some of the vittles or the vitamins, and I would look at the capsules, and I used to point out, you say halal, and yet your capsules made from pork. And a lot of times they didn't know no better. Like when I was powerlifting, well, not really bodybuilding, but just strength, just, getting crazy up under 500 pounds, all that kind of craziness, And I used to look at the guys with their koofies and everything on, and, coming in with the long robe, going there, chiseled up, they on TRT and whatever, right? It's some gear. And they're working out, some natural, right? There's fruitarians, they eat a little bit of egg and stuff like that. I guess you call that pescatarian. What is it? Pescatarian when they eat fish and eggs? Anyway, which I would prefer to do myself. But I see them pop their vittles, their mineral supplement, and I'm sitting there looking because I know the brand. I'm like, yo, Mufti, Salam, and they come and I say, what you wearing, what you eating there, right? Nah, what's going on? I'm like, and so I'd read to them and to break it down. When I was in college, medical, and they're like, man, I didn't know that. Well, somebody does, and they didn't tell you. So a lot of people get stuff, mostly all the vitamins and minerals I take, which is not every day. I like to do a 5-day build, maybe 2 or 3 on, 2 or 3 off. Then I might go a month or 2 without. But since I am not drinking, right, and really not smoking that much weed unless my back is really uncomfortable, there's a couple of puffs and I lay back and go, oh my goodness, here we go. And most of the stuff I utilize by the narrative, is made from rice cellulose and stuff like that. It's not animal proteins. All right, so always be mindful of that. So what you saw me staring up there, right? So that's celery, cucumber. The portions don't matter, okay? Because you can make it to last all day depending on what you're doing. As we read before when I was talking about certain diets, if you like carrots or if you want dates or if you know grapes or whatever it may be, or blueberries, wild berries, and everything else. So it's celery, cucumber, about a teaspoon of diced ginger, and ginger, you gotta be careful. And I eat a piece of it in the morning when I have it, in the AM, excuse me. And about a tablespoon and a half, usually 2, but a tablespoon and a half of cayenne pepper. Now with me, and you must be paying attention too if you get older, just like everything else, if you take milk thistle, you're gonna run all night urinating. Cayenne pepper does push out potassium and a few other things, selenium and stuff. So you must make sure you're putting it back. So I make sure I'm getting selenium and this, that, and other, and the celery and the cucumber and all that. But it's very vital because plaque buildup. You're not really going to get rid of plaque. Plaque is some man-made, some peckerwood shit. All right, and well, you know, I'm not talking about light skin. I'm talking about when I say peckerwood. I know y'all don't know where these terms really come from. I'm not talking about the woodpecker. I'm talking about those beasts that run around, that murder a lot of people and everything else. And those who played a role, so they were dark and light. And there's plaque in your system, and this is from all the chemicals, the poisonings, the heavy metals, and everything. I'm just gonna brush my beard. I'm just touching, playing with it. I'm trying not to look at me in the camera because when I talk, I like to look at my eyes, you know. And my beard just hold on. I'm letting it grow, all right. My Fu Manchu, I've had it down to here, y'all. So, all right, so. I'm letting it grow. I'm not cutting it no more. My beard, I'm letting it grow for a little bit too. Anywho, yes. Anywho, always be mindful of everything whenever you take something. So, like, if I take that, am I going to take my vitamin B complex? Absolutely. But I'm going to take it after I eat something. Now, today's going to be about 1 meal. But I'm only saying this because right now, people are having serious heart conditions. A lot of people are nose running, they feel lightheaded, equilibrium's off, vertigo you call it, but it's not based on vertigo like if you like dementia type stuff. The LEDs that shouldn't be in no vehicles, shouldn't be in no light posts or signposts, shouldn't be there. They've done everything against y'all, but because y'all stay separated and you're worried about some dumb monkey racists and you don't know how to come together and stop cops who call it back up, and you know you got all these goofy niggas and everybody else in costume running, blue order, when they don't know the law, they're not about peace. And the Supreme Court says they don't have to protect the servant, but because y'all don't know how to come together, you had a place to come, to build a new way, to not be marginalized and be righteous in existence, and you just deferred and decided to stay contemptuous. And I broke down to you the circle you keep and the people that surround you. Even in your homes, you could negate 75% of people with negative energy and it will affect you. Here you didn't have to have it. We just got 1%, and that ain't nothing. And even that can change based upon the dichotomy of those in existence. So I'm not asking nobody to come out here. I'm pointing out something to show you that you people are not in control. Because if you truly was, this wasn't an invocation. This wasn't an invocation for an invitation to some Guyana tragedy, Jim Jones type thing. Some hell bop. This is not what it's about. This is where you right now tease out getting his walk. I'm not worried about him. If you get busted up by deers and kicked by a horse, we got to deal with that in the after effect or whatever. It doesn't matter. We don't look for that on one another. We haven't been built working, right? Because we got to get that wood, but I'm very well, we got to get more than that. Now, Brother blesses pretty nicely, and it's not for anybody else to interfere or want to know, but more people donated. I went out there and got 40 of those, and they cost they're like $20 a piece of wood. Compared to most, it's just $3 and $4 and $7. But you don't know, if you get to build 2 walls, you're going to need how many 2x4s for the studs? Well, at least about 40 or 50. Then what about the 2x4s by 6? Right? The depth, which is weight bearing. See, nobody thinks about joist hangers and rafter hangers and stud. Nobody thinks about the bolts, the screws, galvanized, nickel. No one thinks about how much it costs for the nail gun. That one box is over $50. Nobody thinks about these things. All y'all see is, I'm donating a couple of dollars. And I appreciate it, mostly the books, but when it's put aside for the construction, sometimes we got to sit aside. And yeah, I spend every month, I take about $500 to $1,000, maybe $1,500, tools and supply. All right? Then get $500-700 of food, and we all eat. I don't think you really get it. Because a lot of you too selfish, and I can say that because I've never lived that kind of life. I've never been selfish. So I don't even know or understand it. And I give to everybody. If you got a live going, and if I'm in there and you got super chat, you're getting a few dollars, sometimes 10 or 20. Even when I didn't have to give it, because I know I need to keep something. But a lot of you think you can't do the same thing. I showed you what my Uncle John Amos did with my cousin Cassie, and I don't know who the big guy is in Jamaica. And y'all still on a principle of greed. I don't get how you think when you can speak religion and this, that, and the other, and that you're going to forcibly in your ignorance sit there and say, you can't give. The great I am, and always acknowledge other people when I've been doing this longer than every one of you. When I say longer, you can't even imagine. Every one of you. So we kill the eagles right there. Every one of you. When it comes to health, be marginalized and be mindful and careful of what you're taking with what and what affects what. Just like when we do these things here. Don't marginalize yourself and put yourself in this collaboration of ideation and ego to ego, which those are jinnas. Those are jinnah. They're so-called demons, a jinn. Okay? So today we're going to talk about that. And you saw the thumbnail. I hope it was something that raises awareness, because consciously a lot of people like to stay asleep and then do a whole lot and believe that's the force of factor. Somebody actually said, you didn't create AN1. Yes, I did. 1986. I had a couple of friends of mine, Carlisle and all, and them like, I remember you drawing that aboard the USS Nimitz. And somebody there got smart, saw what I was doing, and some light skin, and we had Koenigs and a whole bunch of them fake things running around. And went and sold it to Nike and got rich. I didn't even give John Amos $25-50 that he asked for on Main Street. And all the guys that did, they were millionaires in East Orange. Me and Abdul and Rajan and I think he's passed away. Roland and a few other guys. Roland, Walik wasn't there because he was on steroids, bodybuilding or whatever. Hassan not Hassan Campbell, and you like that fraud. This is different Hassan. He used to flip everywhere, big, and we all was like, man, we ain't kidding you nothing, man. Get out of here, old man. Anyway, and I came back off the ship, and all my boys had like $14 million, even though I won $17 million. My grandma, because World Trade Center, my brother Dwight, the Penny Arcade, didn't play my numbers. See, that's why I don't care about all that. And where I come from, a lot of people have no idea. Except for what I share. I'm a storyteller too. The enemies done made great mistakes. And the story I got to tell, they're going to sit there going, why do we extract that from them? What? You can't extract something that's not meant to be extracted. They're impatient. Why? When you do things and you don't have a childlike heart and you conglomerate it for over and over, going out there to destroy things, learning and seeing things, while hiding people here, making a slave narrative, which our people were never slaves. They had to imprint that on you. And then you have a bunch of dumb Negroes running around painting, and a bunch of dumb light skins who are actually the real slaves, don't have a first clue about anything or true history except for the one made up over the last 100 years. Not my fault. I didn't do it. Give or take. Brought here from elsewhere. What have I told you? That every so-called place, a fictional earth by the narrative, right? Or terror. Let's use terror. And not with an R. Terrain. All right? Everyone looks like you. Just different. But there's something about you that they want you to believe, lack of knowledge and knowing. But the source is for everything. But these things don't have that. And they're doing exactly what's required of them in their opulence of ignorance. And they can't stop. I have a story to tell. For those who newly subscribe, appreciate it. But they're going to keep effing themselves. And I don't want to swear and all that. Beyond that. All right? We're going to read. I'm going to break some things down. And I truly appreciate those of you, whether it's 1, 2, 10, 20, or 50, that start to get these little beneficial things. If you once hate people of color, or your Karens or Kens, or your Negroes who have self-hate or whatever, when you start coming out of that, you are appreciated, and you should appreciate yourself. Because only you could be the demigod to walk outside the demigod and be the God that you're supposed to be. By the narrative. All right? So I mean, you can go back over a year and you can look at when I broke God down and all the names and everything else. Just like when I told you about the patterns of all this stuff that they got you running around thinking about green stuff, and you got idiots in California and on the East Coast and liberal ideologies. And I say idiots because you are, and we can look up the word, what it means. It's nothing bad. But you have placated yourself and given yourself over, and you become a demigod. So that's what you're doing, and you run with this thinking you're doing this. I'm gonna buy a Tesla and help the when you see what happened over in the which called Republic of Congo with all them children. They ain't supposed to be out there working for these fake Zionists, and they found all that stuff for these batteries, lithium and cobalt and copper. The mountain. Y'all causing that's more poison, that's more toxic than all the oil and coal that's been burnt. Because you lack knowledge, you go to these university colleges that use our people, Henrietta Lacks, a couple of kids from the move, dissecting bones, trying to find a better way to biologically kill those with majority with O positive and O negative, that without us, you're not going to survive. I don't care if you're A, B, that, it doesn't matter. Without us, you're not going to, and they know this. That's why they have a whole lot of children they taken, whether for sacrifice or because they have that blood type and they keep them safe while the rest of us are destroyed. The rest of y'all, whatever, right? But see, they've made a grand mistake, and that's when I have a story to tell. And you would think they'd be patient and wait, but look at them. You can see it in them. They're so incompetent. This is nothing new. The drive factor. When you got an idiot who's not even of Shem, of the origin of Asia Superior and the truth of the narrative of Tiameri or Meru or whatever you want to call it. Athriel, I go back before all of you. Okay? Oh, Tiameri's real. Talking about how he cuts the baby's head off. See, what is that asile? What is that asile? The further encroachment and deportation of your mind, soul, and everything of your existence. Y'all are talking about that fake deportation. Let me tell you something. I don't care if they Chino. I don't care if they're Mongol or Mongol. There's a lot of them who love and respect us. And I'd be damned if anybody's going to go down there fighting brothers in Mexico because of some fake mofo who was sold out to APEC with his fake Jewish wife. Now, I don't have no disrespect because I know the guy when he was a good guy, regardless of what marginal line they played. Custodian was custodian, whether a handler or a handler. But you're not going to go over there messing with my Chinese people either, because a lot of them were actually there. They just been changed by an outside consortium. It's like there's a lot of Hindus who I respect with the highest, even though I know the origin of it based on Prester John, the true stories and everything else. If you ever read the true biography of Napoleon and know the truth of his existence, not the fraud they created. They had to whitewash history to get the world to be divided and separated. They had to separate those who they concocted, made in the lab. Don't get upset with me. Talk to your mammies and your pappies. And they mammies and pappies if they're still around. Which most of you won't, because they got rid of them, because I've been saying this for a long time, but not the majority. If the majority was saying this for a long time with all these egos, then y'all would have talked to your mammies, pappies, and your mammies, pappies. Okay? Stop thinking you know me. Stop it. Stop it right away. You don't know me. And I appreciate you, though. Stop when you text all that crap you texting me, which I respect. But it's still crap to me, but I respect it. Stop it. Don't be lethargic. Be poignant. I want to see you talk about you. Stop thinking you teaching me something. You ain't teaching me nothing. So that should stop that right there. And if you get emotional behind it, then you're your enemy's puppet. The proprietor of you is your enemy. That means you're not as intelligent as you are, even though I know you are. I'm attempting to get y'all away from these feelings and emotions that are atrocious, obstructive. You house them in your castle. And you're a victim of your own neglect. Anyone can pick up 1,000,000 books and point out a whole lot of information. But do you actually know how to live by it? Y'all saw me. I gotta sometimes bring by the definition, do y'all know what Kundalini means? Kundalini. It's not even how it's pronounced, but we're gonna say it a way that you can have an interpretation or understanding, huh? They so busy up in our stuff, man. They got things loading slow, this, that, and other. They can't listen, and this is why I like doing what I do. Just like they like doing what it's not even about like, but I like it because it shows you their indifference and their level of, it's the inclination beyond stupidity. And I can say that, and I don't think you can. And if they was as, they would change by the definition of what change may be. The leaf in the season, the green goes to oak, like orange. But stupidity is stupidity, no matter how you want to paint it. Dumbitude, dumb. They are. It doesn't matter the technology, weapons, how they feel. Remember about the Anunnaki and them? Because they're all emotional. Why you got to be emotional when you once didn't? You were not like that. You moved according. You want to say to the spirit, whatever. Okay. I'm so tired of these terms and definitions. Well, they're misleading. They misrepresent too. Okay. Here we go. So let's read this right quick. I'm letting that charge up on it. I'm letting it get warm too. So let's go ahead with Kundalini and the definition, okay? So you, and don't act like you know everything, please. Just everybody put away your little and listen for a second. No, but share some good stuff. So the Kundalini awakening is a spiritual breath, right? Life experience that involves the activation of dormant energy. So how do you get muscles to activate, right? You oxygenate, get the carbon out, but you got to know how to do it from the diaphragm. How many of y'all can breathe that quick to bring in air that quick and push out carb all the way? When your belly button's touching you're 33, Jacob's ladder to the Christ, the crown. Anyway, right? So, spiritual experience that involves the activation of dormant energy in the central nervous system. So you got to be sitting straight. Now I'm on scoliosis having mom. I'm like the real Emmanuel, 4'4", walking with a cane, face of mama could only love, big ass eye, that's why they gave you Uncle Ruckus, huh? Right? And doing things where he ain't got to touch nobody, right? With a limp out of South America. But they have you give you his fake mug out of a new fake Europe, and they paint him all this woofy stuff. And that's when they call him Yeshuas, right? But it has nothing to do with Isuas. I already broke that down, all right? And yet y'all still gravitate because you can't free yourself because you don't know how to break down what you read. So, can result in heightened awareness, clarity, and spiritual awakening. Well, you're already a sentient that's supposed to be awake, but getting that oxygen up there for the right hemisphere, that's a little shut down because you're operating off your left. That's why I always say do things you do on this side, That's why I write and draw with this hand every once in a while. And when I'm doing this, I make sure I do this. And when I'm doing that, or when I'm popping back, I make sure I do this too. You know what I'm saying? When I'm weaving and I'm bobbing, you know what I'm saying? Which way do I, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bam, boom, boom. Bam, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be on both sides. All right? What can happen during the Kundalini awakening? Well, physical sensations, bullet points. Energy moving through the body, often involving the chakra points, right? The several. I know there's more than that, 9, but several. Chakra points, this can feel like intense heat or cold, shaking, jerking, and spasms. And when you have it, you will feel some energy and you feel like you're having a nervous, embrace it. Just like that, that you hear, that drives some of y'all crazy. Embrace it and fine tune it. Don't negate more irresponsible actions because you don't know no better, especially now that you know. Emotional upheaval. Unresolved psychological conflicts may intensify, leading to fear of death or insanity, mood swings, and confusion. That's what you got to break free from. You know, when we talked about struggle, the eagle lives 38, 40 years. It could pretty much, that could be the end of it. So what did it do? While it's messed up plumage, its talons are jacked, its beak is half worn off, it is pretty much ate enough to go fly into the highest cave or orifice that they are known to go into. And sometimes it'd be 3 or 4 of them. And they go in there. And the first thing they do is they pick and scrape the plumage off of them, the feathers. And then they remove the talons. They're torn up, half broken, the scar and tissue. And they literally beak and break their beak off. That big orange. And y'all have a hell of an eagle? I have. And that beak is about that thing. They beak that off. Pain is insurmountable. Y'all cry when you stub your toe. That's why I have to laugh when I stub mine. Anyway, and they're in there for a little while. About roughly almost a season. And when they come out, as if they were just born, and they have another 38 to 40 years. So embrace it. Because if you're going to go, you're going to go. I have a story to tell. We'll get to that. I can tell you these idiots don't know what they're doing with their dumb selves. Sensory overload, loud sounds, insights into reality, or speaking in tongues. Some of you know languages. You've listened so long, you can speak it, but you don't know how to tie into it because you never practice it. You mimic, you know. I've seen people get shot and come out and they speak in 5 languages after getting shot in the head. And they didn't speak no languages before that. So anyway, bliss and intense waves of bliss and bodily pleasure. If you're a real content and not sorrowful but happy going individual, it will be, how you say, magnified. Spiritual awakening, a deeper understanding of reality, a defined purpose, and incredible power. Way. And there's more. They don't have them in here. I don't believe in that guru crap, and I don't believe in all that preparation crap. Usually meditation, fasting, which is good for you because our ancestors used to do it on a regular 1 meal a day. It can circumvent depending on how much you push yourself in this time in the era, because the jobs they have is nothing but slavery. It's not who we were and how we got together. So I want you to be mindful and remember that, okay? All right. Let me get everything set back up here, okay? Okay. So yesterday we were dealing with telepathy and suggestion, right? So I'm gonna read a few things here. Don't come in and make a lot of damn noise with them lights and shit. He's got back from his walk, y'all. Let me hit this one more time. It's charged up. Yo. You had a good one, cuz?
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Hey. Man. I'm on that live, bro. Come on, baby. That sounds good, but not right now. Okay. We're going to get the science of the sacred secretion. We're going to get into the power now But first, I want to read a little bit of self-defense, and then I'm gonna get over here and extrapolate on the brain, some terms, a little religion, and bring it into a whole, hopefully a perspective that is some way decent. I'm gonna shut you guys up because I know it's gonna be a little while today. So-called Sunday. Some of y'all went to church or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they would call that crap. But anyway, when you don't know church is your existence and the congregation of those you communicate with, it ain't no building, it ain't no damn fake reverend misleading you. You know what I'm saying? So, Millennial, what's going on, mama? Hey, Sharon, Tariq, Peters, Andy Reela, what's going on? Delusions, I got you, beloved. Sharon, all right, all right. Muada Chick Window, Daniel, Lance Ward, what's going on, beloveds? Stop retracting your messages, Millennial. Oh, Mag, Indigo Turtle, you leave them messages up there, mama. Fred Hinkle, what's going on, beloved? Hey, what's going on, Miss Wolf? How you doing, huh? How you? Hey, Snow, what's up, baby girl? How was I subscribed? Baby, they doing that. That's what I was talking about the other day. Come on, they doing that. It's retarded. I went to see a couple people yesterday. And Tika said I was subscribed, but I was no notification. I was like, what? And then I was unsubscribed from 2. I had to go pull up. I'm like, what? These idiots are just so stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Cause I can't unsubscribe nobody, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He's growing his. Oh, you. What's wrong with my? Because I got the double chin and the Cary Grant. Excuse me. Yeah, Ronald's Revenge, y'all. Make sure y'all check him out. You know what I mean? Trick. What's going on, Tech? What's going on? Instead of owning stuff, because I got rid of Amazon. I appreciate it, baby girl, and I'll just use it for building, baby. I know you do. Boo boo. Patricia Griffin, what's up, Mama Daniel? I got you, beloved. Marcus, what's going on, beloved? You damn right. And one day, my fasting was next day back to work where everyone else was all broke down. Yeah, that's why. And when you fast, be careful because sometimes when you go back, right, you can feel a little weak and apprehensive. So be mindful of what you put in your system. Don't eat no potatoes. Don't eat no bread. Don't eat no white rice. Don't eat nothing that's white. Nothing against my light-skinned folks. If you still consider yourself a crayon color white, it's not the place for you because you're not. All right. But make sure, even if you decide to take vitamin stuff, get you a pear, a golden pear. Get you a Granny Smith apple. Get you a celery stick. Snack on that. Eat you a couple of small sticks of carrot. Take a couple of bites of a white or red onion, a yellow or red onion. Stay away from the garlic for the moment, even though it's good for the floor on your stomach. Get you a piece of ginger, even better, or horseradish. Cut you off a little piece with a little red radish, horseradish and red radish. Snack on that between 2 cucumbers, like a horseradish, radish, cucumber sandwich. And trust me when I tell you these things. Take you a bell pepper, get you some regular butter. Yes, butter. Amish or Quaker butter. Not with that RBSTB stuff. All right? Slather that in your little iron or stainless steel skillet or copper. Be careful of taking too much copper. All right? And cut that bell pepper into 4s. Scrape it out. Right? Put your seeds on the side so you can grow them. And sear it in that hot ass oil and slap it down in between. I'm talking now. You know what I'm saying? Okay? I slap it down in between a cucumber, like a little green cucumber, red tomato, red bell pepper or green bell pepper, however you want it, yellow bell pepper, orange bell pepper sandwich, and eat it. You know what I mean? And then if you want, cut you about 4 ounces of steak, medium rare. That's the only way you're going to get that benefits stuff from it. Let it sit for about 5 minutes after you see it. You don't want it bruised red in the middle. You want it kind of pinkish red. Cut it up, let it rest, and enjoy that with some real homemade, coconut oil, egg whites, about 6 egg whites, 2 yolks or 1 yolk. Make your own mayonnaise with a little pepper and salt that you're going to eat right then and there. And slap it in that and eat it. I'll get you some real mustard that's stone ground. The benefits, other than eating the crap that they got you, because I said that you go in these grocery stores and they say, well, they got a health food center over here. Well, if that's health food, then what's everything else in this damn store? Don't marginalize yourselves, okay? So let's get into reading the psychic self-defense, the use of the pentagram, all right? The pentagram, and this is the reason why they had to pervert it, you know, Star Dave and all that goofy stuff. The pentagram is a powerful symbol representing the operation of the eternal spirit and the 4 elements. From each angle issues a ray representing a radiation from the divine. And therefore it is called the flaming pentagram or star of great light. But who would pervert it? The light bearer, right? Who is that? When y'all keep saying God as male or female, when it's just divine. Even you're sentient, but you want to be man and woman. But the original one can only confess that when the rest of you are just the hue of man or mankind. No disrespect, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't placate yourself while you think animals don't have no souls. How can people be so inconsistently stupid? If you think that these things out here you call animals don't have light or don't have the source in them, something is really wrong with you. And I didn't do it. Anywho, traced as a symbol of good, nobody's done this. I know that. Nobody's going to do what I do. So if I wanted to drive an eagle, I would destroy everyone. But I'm not here for that. Traced as a symbol of good, the point must be upward. So what do they do? Everything's reverse backwards, upside down, and inverted, right? While they running over there with that fake ass narrative, Israel is one person, Jacob. It's no more. A nation from him will be that has nothing to do with being called Israel or Jews, which is dichotomy of a made-up term and definition. Not a name. It's a definition. It applies to a group of people who converted to something that's supposed to be religious. Has nothing to do when he's saying they're talking about the Torah or the Talmud, which one is recently in the 1900s in a perversion. Has nothing to do with order or anything. But if you take children, put them on an island and teach them red is black and black is red, you could bring a war or what? See, you must be consistent or you won't ascend. Okay? Traced as a symbol of good, the point must be upward. But traced with the point downward, it is a symbol of vile, evil. And it is used, and its use as such must be very guarded. So they have to lie. Whenever it is necessary to prepare for any magical work or operation, it is desirable to clear the place and consecrate it by performing the lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, the lesser banishing. Y'all banish one another all the time. You sit here in my face, you lie, you have a couple of dollars you can donate, you sit there on your ass as if I don't know, like it's okay, because you walk blind. Y'all walk in a decrepit state that is very malignant. And I'm not here to free you from it. Kind of condemn you at the same time. And there ain't shit you can do about it. They can do all the bioweapons, they can laser, they can set this shit on fire, they can blow up. Oh man, with they retarded ass selves. What I'm talking about is you. It is desirable to clear the place and consecrate it by performing a lesser banishing ritual. Google it and share it, okay? Of the pentagram. Its use is permitted to neophytes, that they may have protection against opposing forces. Also that they may be assisted to attract and come into communication with spiritual and invisible things. Your existence in your diaspora of whatever narrative you think it is you're invisible to yourself. Y'all run around in crayon colors. You're subjugated to the perversion of the magic distilled. I told y'all the original witches they murdered were our sisters and brothers. I've been to the grave sites, but no one wants to see because y'all like Hollywood, them fake monkeys. That's why I had to put Don Rickles up the other day and show you. Oh, he couldn't stand y'all. So what? Sammy Davis is standing there. That's to get to a certain place. Okay? You're invisible to your existence because you don't know it. So are the idiots that are performing what they're doing. Okay? Now, the lesser banishing of the pentagram is reproduced in a number of books. But what is important it is not simply the words, but the way they are said and the accompanying meditation or visualization. Whew, excuse me. Okay? Got to visualize these things. You can't just speak something. You must be able to see it. All right? You think when they say speak it into existence, doesn't mean that you haven't already formatted it here? Say your name in your head without saying it out loud. Did you hear it? Okay. But what is important is not simply the words, but the way they are said and the accompanying meditation or visualization. Dion did go on to create her own variation of the ritual in which she puts aside some of the Hebrew words. However, yes, it was in Hebrew. Anyway, which is a language, not a people. Anyway, however, such development should be determined by, not Yiddish either, that's the perversion, by the practitioner and will not be produced here. And when they do it in Yiddish, they pervert themselves and further keep themselves stuck for the day of admonishment when it comes. Oh, there's no hiding. They can change their name, all that don't matter. This ritual, though, may be seen by even them. It doesn't matter. Okay? This ritual, though, may be seen by some to be cumbersome. As often when experiencing stray or unwanted energy, and anybody put it in there, did y'all do as I asked you to find it and put it in there, share it? Unwanted energy, we do not have the time or wherewithal to perform a ritual of this nature. Indeed, it could, in the wrong circumstances, leave the practitioner looking rather strange or even foolish. However, in 1922, Dion received a very clear communication on simpler methods of psychic self-defense from her inner plane contact, David Carstairs. From David Carstairs in 1922. I would hope that y'all would be practical and participating, even though I'm reading to you. Okay, we're going to leave it at that. And we'll get into the next part tomorrow. Some of y'all really need to be wearing these 24/7 because the stuff this brain is going to tear you up. And you might not be here next week. Okay, now let me read something over here before we get over here into the power. No. Okay. So your brain, how many watts do you think? It calls me Susu, and I met 3 other Sus, and that's called on that too. Awesome, baby. Kiramia, what's going on, beloved? Excellent reads, man. I appreciate you bringing it back. That's what's up. Bernard Seller, what's going on, beloved? All right, check it out. How many watts do you think the brain performs as far as the electro? For all you L-Bays and you Moors, we're gonna circumvent something. That's already known in the docus. I've been to Morocco, blah blah blah, Tunisia, blah blah blah. I've been there. Okay, because I'm tired of dealing with people who are stuck casting spells on themselves, think there's something that they have nothing to do with. But anyway, how many watts do you think the brain performs at? Even the body stimuli in itself. Oh, it could be raised over 1 million, like a sun, maybe 3 or 4. We're not here because y'all far from it. Hell, you ain't even, y'all can't even get a light bulb to click on. But how many watts do you think the brain performs at? I'm going to show you something. Damn, y'all could type and talk all day, but I ask y'all a question. Y'all just can't even fucking get it out there. I don't care if you Google copy and paste if it's in there. Excuse my language. Let me get this blend that up because I'm going to have to sip that here in a minute. You know, they brainwash children, and then when they're so-called adults, you think they're an adult, have the heart like a child and respond in like manner. How many watts do you think the brain, wattage, W-A-T-T-S, not California, all right? Do you think the brain, close, baby, thank you, hon, all these people watching, what's wrong with y'all, 12. Now, I want you to look at this. The number of watts an appliance uses depends on the type of appliance and its model, right? For example, clothes washer uses 350 to 500 watts, while a clothes dryer uses 1800 to 5000 watts. All right? You've got a dishwasher 12, clothes dryer 18, refrigerator 350, TV 50, coffee maker 900, hair dryer 12, toaster 8, blah, 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 and the list goes on, okay? The amount of watts a computer uses depends on the type of computer, its processor, screen size, and how it's used. So a laptop uses roughly around 70 watts, right, on average, okay? But they can use up to 400 depending on what you're using, Pentel, blah, blah, blah. Well, they got a lot of new stuff, right? Now, desktop computers anywhere from 200 to 500 watts, which I should know mine's down there. Depending on the processor, screen size, and all that kind of stuff. All-in-one computers use around 65 watts. And they want y'all to believe that these machines running around that operate on this wattage is better than you. Your brain functions is supposed to fire off at 12, right? Your whole body. Doesn't seem like a lot, right? And if you work out here in the field of electricity, they've convinced you that that's a lot. Now, that shows you how much it takes to get this crap to work when it don't even take that much. And that shows you how incredible you are. I know y'all like, where's he going? Can y'all just pay attention and actually listen for once? You're so incredible that you're operating at less than 12 because your synapses aren't firing. They're not all firing. Your pineal, or pineal, however you want to call it, is calcified intrusively. Melatonin, right? Light-skinned folks, the system in them, even the fake fact checkers will say, it has nothing to do with the lighting of the skin. Bullshit. But in the beast, they'll say it lightens the skin in animals. But first of all, why is it that y'all have RH? Not all, but the majority. I told you there was a manipulation and no one wants to listen because they hide that. And they had to make you feel greater so that they create a fake white world of white superiority that never existed. So you would never look at yourselves and call yourself on what they've done to you when you should have been more attentive to pay attention. And yours are firing all kind of crazy. But as far as, I'm not going to sit here and arbitrarily argue for agreement or disagreement, but the original man is 12. Man meaning woman and man, for those sentient living things. All right? I'm going to say things because that's how you move right now. I'm not here to ostracize. I'm just pointing out something. I don't care if it's clarity or you like it or you don't like it. I told you, feelings and emotions is what wrecks most of you. How can you be assertive without that? Well, you can be a sociopath. A psychotic. You don't have to be neither one of those to be non-intrusive. And feelings and emotions are intrusive. I don't care what you think you know. Now, why am I pointing this out? Why is it so hard to see how incompatible you are to the poisons and toxins around you? That's why I need you to raise your tempo. Raise your temper. Know exactly what you are, not what they say you are. Isn't it funny how the melanated man on his land is being renamed and called all these things by the most insidious beasts running around who are nothing but puppets? And yet you got idiots because of a fake narrative of existence running around thinking that they could tell them who the original ones, who they are, as if the time's not running out. That's the reason why bioweapons and everything else are functional the way they do, and they don't care about it messing with you as long as it affects my people. No matter their shades, what shade of wheat, or narrative, fake history, or whatever. All right? When you start to realize how important you are, the more you'll start actually being nurturing to one another and coming together instead of being an opulence of the opposite. The power of now, for those who haven't purchased it. The other ones, I know a lot of people have purchased this book, and I would inform the rest to go ahead as well. Okay? All right. Check this out. Did I mark the Bible? Go back and page. Always remember the truth is the truth that is within you is what you need to be seeking, and it's in you. All right? Okay. on open source, an eye for an eye. Right. So on another level, I speak of a profound transformation of human consciousness, not as a distant future possibility, but available now. No matter who or where you are shown how to free yourself from enslavement to the mind. Enter into this enlightened state of consciousness and sustain it in everyday life. Now, the mind always wants to categorize and compare, all right? But this book will work better for you if you do not attempt to compare its terminology with that of other teachings. Otherwise, you will probably become confused. I use words such as mind, happiness, and consciousness, okay? I guess, you know, to help you, right? In ways that do not necessarily correlate with other teachings. Don't get attached to any words. They are only stepping stones to be left behind as quickly as possible. You always must make leap forward, leap upward. Stop thinking that down and back is bad because they flipped everything up on its head. Sometimes you got to look at yesterday and to be reminded so you can keep pushing forward so that you don't have to be in a staple with that one-legged horse that seems to be that mule that keeps kicking you in your buttocks. All right? Now, on the level of the book, the words are not always concerned. I'm jumping back and forth. It needs to be done. On this level of the book, the words are not always concerned with information. You're informative, right? And I'm informing you, right? Okay. But often designed to draw you into this new consciousness as you read. And again, I endeavor to take you with me into the timeless state of intense conscious presence in the now. So as to give you a taste of enlightenment. We could talk religion all day, but if you don't know how to, if you can't interpret what's actually being said, well, you're going to still be looking for something on some wall and some picture and idealizing everything it tells you don't do. You're going to still be looking for, waiting for your Jesus to come, instead of knowing that the sin and the Christ factor is something you need to bring into balance to climb that ladder so you can have the ascent and descent. Even though they tell you in the story when Genesis, you don't even pay attention when you're just reading Jacob, Isaiah, or anything. Because nobody's there to actually walk with you and say, look, that's a rock, and that's a branch, and that happens to be a fish out of water. And that's the skull of, well, and point these things out. They're not doing that. They're saying, this is what you better do. Yet if you do this, you'll be fine. It's not how it works, because none of you are fine. By the definition of what you think fine is, unless you want to keep paying one. Anyway, until you are able to experience what I speak of, you may find those passages somewhat repetitive. And it should be, because you're hard-headed. As soon as you do, however, I believe you will realize that they contain a great deal of spiritual power, and they may become for you the most rewarding parts of the book. Moreover, selectively, right? Since every person carries a seed of enlightenment within them, hello, can we nurture it? You know, what do you do with a seed that you can't put it in the ground and grow? You got to germinate it. So I'm giving you some good germs. I'm not a bioweapon for the concepts of you who are mindly and appropriately vicious to one another. Okay? Since every person carries the seed of enlightenment within, I often address myself to the knower in you who dwells behind the thinker. What did I say earlier? Y'all think blah, blah, blah too much. Relax. You don't know what relax is. I know you don't, but attempt. The deeper self that immediately recognizes spiritual truth resonates within and gains strength from it. And that's the reason why y'all here, not because I've been lying to you. Now, back over to the other consortium so we can keep it moving forward. When I occasionally quote the words of Jesus or the Buddha from A Course in Miracles or from other teachings, I do so not in order to compare. That's very elusive. But to draw your attention to the fact that, in essence, there is and always has been only one spiritual teaching. Although it comes in many forms, and this is a fact, some of these forms, such as the ancient religions, have become so overlaid with extraneous matter that their spiritual essence has become almost completely obscured, moot, by it. To a large extent, therefore, their deeper meaning is no longer recognized, and it doesn't matter how much you say and beat it in people's heads, and their transformative power lost. When I quote from the ancient religions or other teachings, it is to reveal, I guess you're going to say nature. No, I don't know. Let's see. The deeper meaning, and thereby restore their transformative power, the nature, natural order. or particularly for those readers who are followers of these religions or teachings. I say to them, there is no need to go elsewhere for the truth. Let me show you how to go more deeply into what you already have. Now, we don't have to go any farther than that, but you are not your mind. Just remember that. And we're going to read that later on today before I read RFK. I'm still thinking about deliberating on whether I'm going to read that. Let's go over here. Why am I saying this? Well, I know they say the manger, the three kings, and Bethlehem. In 1 Chronicles chapter 4, the firstborn Ephrathah, is the father of Bethlehem. Her sons include pineal, and Izar. Bethlehem is not a place. When you look at it, right? Penuel was the father of Gedor, and Ezer was the father of Hushan. These were the descendants of Hur, the firstborn of Ephraim. Penuel was the father of Gedor, right? List the sons of Judah, including Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, Sobal. These are like Negroes' names galore, right? And the names go on when you keep going through the sons of Shobal, sons of Rela, you get to Lahad, and you look at his sons and Haraph and Hur, Ashur, and so on and so on. Okay? The sons of Judah, Perez, Hezron, and the same on. But the point of the matter is, Ephrathah is the father of Bethlehem. Y'all keep thinking that's the ham, like the thing. Bethlehem is the building. It's the temple. All right? And her sons include the pineal and Ezra. Why do I say that? 1 Kings 6:7 states the temple was built with stone that was prepared at the quarry so that no iron tools were heard during construction. It wasn't a building. It's you. The temple. The verse describes how the temple was built with stone that was already prepared at the quarry, molded from the clay of the earth, so that no iron tools were heard during construction. You were molded, fancy, from the source. And you cannot be changed or manipulated as they have done, for the source cannot be touched. They can't capture it. From 7 ounces. When all these women went crazy on me when I says the man, you create the placenta, they went crazy. I said, why don't you take the time and go and actually do the studies and know these things? It's even in scripture. Anyway, the stones were prepared at the quarry so that no hammers, axes, or other iron tools were heard while the temple was being built. Your temple, your crown, your sin, your lower, Lucifer, that's what it is for your Christ, Yeshua, Emmanuel. It needs to be brought together. You're a force to be reckoned with, like that nuclear thing, and that's the reason why I had to break out the star of their fake Star of David. It has nothing to do with some monkey named David, nor is it a star. And they manipulated and used it against you, the Kornitere, but y'all haven't even studied. These are factual, and I know you're troubled by it, and I don't care about your trouble. Your heart's trouble means you're emotionally distraught, right? And your feelings are driven by that, right? Those emotions, right? Because you're not walking as yourself. You're not in your temple. You're not in Bethel. You're not moving as one solid individual as you were created from stone, from the quarry, the master's hands. You don't get it, do you? And the house, when it was in building, listen, this is 7, okay? And the house, when it was in building, was built of stone made already before it was brought thither. Before it was brought thither. So that there was neither hammer nor axe nor any tool or iron heard in the house while it was building. Y'all keep looking for physical. I had somebody ask me, and I said, I answered in here. Am I in a tent? Yes, I'm in a tent. But the earth is my home, and I mean all of it. What does it matter where I'm at? I'm talking. I'm asking you something, because I know you're watching. What is wrong with y'all that you can't conceptualize the reality of divinity? Because you don't see it in yourself? Because you've been walking as they scribed you? Didn't we not invent the quill and the ink? Did we not take the papyrus and write down all those things? Are we not the source of magic and referendum? Why is it that they have to make weapons? And why is it that you must lean on the fact that weapons were made when you are the ultimate weapon? They take watts over watts over watts and amps over amps. They say the body can be destroyed by an amp because it's out of sync. I'm telling you, you are more than that. But because you are elusive and you don't perceive, and I said paint a picture when you speak. I said put up there what it was talking about the pentagram and doing the certain magic, a spell, because it's deeper than that. They do the opposite when you should be the righteous door moving forward. No one's going to ascribe this because I have a story to tell. No one else does. They can baddie up one another, but you cannot walk in the source if you're not moving in its a cadence. Its rhythm is not archaic. It is not chaotic. You choose not to nurture one another, to not move in a natural order deemed from the existence long before the quarry was even quarried out. For the stone was masoned. You don't know how to make choices because you're not a choice maker. You're supposed to walk in the light of your truth. But because you only accept the truth given, how can that which has no truth tell you what a truth is? Melanin. While melatonin is produced in the pineal, all right? I know y'all like to say Osiris, right? But why is Osiris equal to Isis? Osiris is an Egyptian god, bullshit, and Iris is a goddess in Greek. Osiris is the iris, which is the window to the god that you are, the pineal. Boy, y'all better stop playing. Both are associated with the underworld. That means a place you don't know because you're hidden and lied to. Your third eye is you're devoid of it because you've been cut away. What did they say about the root of the tree? Not watered. And the springs that sprout forth from the earth. Why are y'all so dormant? Again, while melatonin is produced, and don't take no over-count amount of melatonin, you kill yourself, produced in the pineal gland, current research indicates that it does not significantly lighten human skin. Bullshit. Excuse my French. They're not going to tell you the truth. If that was the case, the FDA would be shut down, doctors would stop practicing, and everybody be growing, and they stop murdering all these female trees, and no one would be tolerating these fake Jews and Zionists running around this land because you got a bunch of punk-ass commissioners, chiefs, lieutenants, politicians, all a bunch of punks who can't write themselves. Because when you start messing in the do as thou wilt, you're already broken. Studies have shown no noticeable effect on skin pigmentation in humans when taking melatonin supplements, meaning it is not considered a factor in skin. Those are synthetic when it's supposed to be natural. Yet, in animals and beasts, it does. Well, damn, but they want to grow your ear on the back of mice and your nose on pigs and your heart and your lung. But see, you allow this. So my light-skinned folks, when I say you come from us just because they manipulated and twisted and changed shit, you ain't got to listen to me. Because I actually know what the hell I'm talking about. You can hold on to your slave mentality, keep your little wattage, whatever, and then manipulate it as low as what 1 watt, I think. You can't even get a spark of an amp, and moving exactly how they've ascribed you to move. And anyone else that feels opulent in some direction or form in your little emotions, as if it's supposed to mean something without even having no knowledge of what I've just discussed and laid forth. This is not word gibber. This is not no puzzle. This is not complicated stuff. What was the first way they programmed you? Charlton Heston, Liz Taylor, when they were actually building some things that you actually believed exist. The oldest damn pyramids in the world are right here in North America. So-called North America. Y'all know this is not the North America. Anyway, this is actually Central America, for those who don't know that. Yeah, it sure is. Canada don't belong to no damn French. Just like this don't belong to no damn fake-ass Crown of England. Or no worthless, goofy, fake Satanist Vatican. In South America, though a lot of them people ain't originally from there, those are the ones that came in with their little arbitrary, what you call it, and settled there. A lot of our people are still down there. And a lot of them are influenced by us, and they walk, and they are the brothers and sisters of our existence. So don't get it twisted. Stop dividing that which was never meant for you to divide, because consciously and subconsciously you don't know. Stop listening to Umar Dr. Johnson, who's no doctor. He ain't got no degree. That fool. Stop listening to these wayward individuals who y'all paid millions to. So you can stay in hindsight blind, looking for some fake savior. And that's you. Why do you think they took 4,000 or 5,000 to go and grab 2 and 3 people to lynch them? Because they wanted to look at them? No, they were afraid. They still knew what our people were capable of, but our people are very subtle. That's going to change soon. And that's why they want to prep everybody. IRS got guns and they trained them for the last 4 or 5 years while y'all been sitting in your ass running around, worried about drinking and smoking and eating at fat olives and everything else. No cursing. I'm just pointing out some things. And they let all these people go in there, and people who we actually have no problems with. But these idiots don't care who they kill. And only it's, I mean, the Mexican president told you who he was, just like Putin told you who you are. And a number of other individuals. But you have monkeys on this soil starting to come around, not be less zoo-like. But the majority is still stuck in this complacent place. My beloved sisters, there's a lot of women in this world, China, Philippine, Hindu, they love us. They're just waiting to see what's left over to grab while y'all keep fucking around. There's a reason. And because of the division and the segregation by the very source consortium y'all want to call government, talking about you a citizen. So I can't believe some of y'all, and I know what I shared. I'm an American citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. Man, I ain't no citizen of neither. I'm just on my land, moving along, watching all the goofiness. Know the difference. Okay? Know the difference. All right? Big Red T, what's going on? Q Mill, what's up, beloved? I got you again. Yeah, they're frauds. Yeah, politicians are frauds, baby girl. I hope y'all got something. Now, I'm going to read this stuff. The reason why I said I'm coming later, I might read JFK. I'm still debating it. I want to read quite a bit of this because I have other books. Y'all know that. And I have Kindle. You know what I'm saying? I have Kindle. And I have a lot of stuff on here that is not, you know what I'm saying, in a book form. So I might even go in here and read a little bit on that because a lot of people, I like the fact that y'all are reading and stuff like that. That's magnificent. But you got to do more than read. And that's why I say even express your opinion or your thoughts. And learn how to break it down, because you're going to you're going to open the door and walk into a room that you were never in. And it's going to be all this information. So I said, walk beside me. You can't walk in front of me. Don't walk behind me. I don't need you walking behind me and picking up I wipe my own ass. Walk beside me. And you'll be amazed if you just listen for once. All right? Put away them old goofy ass egos, because I could destroy anybody's. And trust me on that. Stop with your fake greatnesses and all that other stuff. All right? Like I said, destroy it. I ain't playing when I say that. Now let's see me take a sip of this, y'all, and I'm gonna get up off of here. All right, and let it charge the proper way. I know it's gonna be rough. Today's gonna be kind of a green day. American idiot. Oh, that's the group. So I got my drink. Man. And I'm gonna eat. Don't get it twisted on 1 meal, but oil of oregano, baby, and that's it. That's it. Oh, I know y'all like what? Yeah. Hold on. Dog it, man. And I got my back medicine. I look like Papa Doc. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. If anybody donated, I appreciate you little cheap asses. We got to go and build, but we got to, like I said, we can't just get two 2x6 by 20s because they'll break on the back of the truck. I got like a 7-foot, 8-foot bed. It's not a dually, but my Chevy, my 22, and we're gonna probably get a whole lot of them. Like I'm probably gonna get like about 15 or 20. We got a lot of platforms to build. All right, let me see here. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out, take these ToLU'S wear shoes off my feet, and ground and enjoy that sun. Woo, that cayenne is a mahi with the ginger. God dog, boy. It's just not hitting, man. Yeah, I'm still like you. Don't get it twisted. I'm different from you, but I'm like you too. Oh my God. Oh, it's a double one. Y'all know how that when you get something spicy and it hits you right behind the ear, like, nah, there's a 3-1. All right, look. This is some strong shit. I got lightheaded. It's good stuff. Excuse my language. This is strong stuff. So when you know how them capsaicin and all that stuff make you start speaking in tongue. And some of y'all know. Remember, I used to make my scrambled eggs and put the Carolina Reaper and some of that chocolate bouteille hot sauce and eat it. And the worst thing is the first couple of days in the bathroom, but you get used to it, man. Hold on, let me get the rest of this down, y'all. It can make you nauseous, so be careful. Some of you, like, if you're gonna have a heart attack, you feel like you have an issue, get you about 2 ounces of hot water, add you 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, and stir it down and drink it. And if you're not going right away, add you about a 1/4 teaspoon of lemon, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, and a little bit of turmeric. And that 4 ounces hot. And I know it's gonna burn, but just get it down, all right? God dang. I said, God dang. Ooh, shit. I heard bells. Well, that's some good stuff, boy. There, boy. Hot. Look, ain't no moonshine. Oh, I'm going to get it all. Don't get it twisted. And I put 5 drops of chlorophyll. Real chlorophyll. That's like nano and stuff like that. As far as detoxification. Dealing with certain things, I'm not gonna mention names. You can look into it. Doesn't mean it works all the time. No. Can it work? Of course. Good gracious, boy. I broke a sweat. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get out of this thermal and go outside and sit in the sun and ground my feet. Now I'm gonna let this sit. And charge it up all the way. Whew, child. The bathroom gonna be hating me today. Okay, I'm gonna set it over there. Ooh, child. Hey, Ganja, when you get the chance, man, I'm gonna need that life sharpener, bro. Ooh. I'm going outside in the rain. These, I've had these since I was on the Reds. When ToLU'S first made them, I think I bought like the first batch. And I got red, gray, blue. I want to get the desert ones. But these things, When I read my marathon, I ran my marathon in these. Just to let y'all know. That, what was it, 12? It's about 12 miles or 15 miles, I forget. It was, I always say 10 miles, but it was about 12, 15, I forget. With the Navajos. I ran them in these. These monks right here, boy. You talking about walking on air? Shoo-hoo-hoo. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. And you better get you one of these, man. That little mask ain't gonna do nothing. Now, if you don't want to get sick with people coughing all around you, cover your neck and put your little mask on, and you'll stave off a lot of them germs. But you know, even though people sneeze 30 feet, that fart, it can clear out a whole building. So if you're worried about somebody going hot shoe, worry about that fool that walked down that other aisle and you going, they got egg salad around here? No. That fart boy can clear. Man, listen here. And it's aerosol. Oh, you got it, G? Yo, appreciate that. Oh, that's a good one. Yes, sir. Thank you, fam. Yeah, I'm shopping all these knives. I'm gonna come out there and do it too. Anyway, I'll see you guys a little later. Roughly, probably getting in roughly about let's shoot for 4 o'clock. All right, 4 p.m. Okay. Appreciate. Oh, Matt, got you, beloved. Asia Lee, what's up, mama? Hey, how you doing, beloved? How you doing? Anyway, I appreciate all you guys, and it's nothing but respect. Yo, check out Kiramil's last one. He's reading the Witch Call behind it. Hey, man, listen, y'all need to really pay attention to all the different voices. These vector voices, and there's a handful of us. Y'all need to know there's a reason. We don't care about them watching and all the manipulate all the stuff they do. It's not even about that. We don't give them focus. All right? They've staged themselves. They've accepted the role they play. You ain't got to be against the force. Just come on, okay? So I appreciate y'all. Hawa, pura vida, mi gente. But anyway, y'all already know where I stand at. My beloved sisters, my brothers, strength, power. It's like a damn battery, okay? And we keep on ticking. All right. See you guys around 4.